So this video is for activity 2, working with assertions and topic sentences. In the last video, we looked at topic sentences and we broke it down to find the concrete, so what was physical, the color, the abstract, the symbolism in the sentence, and then the verb that connects the concrete to the abstract. This activity is a little bit more challenging, so let's look at the directions here. Right here in black is a possible thesis statement for a literary analysis essay for A Wrinkle in Time. And after we read this thesis statement, we are going to have questions 12 through 16 that are possible assertions or topic sentences for this essay. We have to decide, are 12 through 16 sentences appropriate topic sentences? Are they real topic sentences? Do they go along with the thesis sentence, or should we chunk them? Okay, we're going to read each of the sentences carefully and decide if the sentence relates to the thesis statement. Before we read the thesis statement and the topic sentences, I'm going to take us back to slide 3 for a little refresher. Remember that a thesis statement addresses the writing prompt. This is the sentence that is going to address the writing prompt that your teacher gives you. And it's also going to tell the writer's opinion about the prompt. Okay? It's going to express your opinion in a main idea. And it tells the reader the major points that they can expect to read in the paper. Your thesis statement is the guiding sentence for the entire essay, all 5 paragraphs. It is the last sentence in the introduction, and it tells you what the entire essay is going to be about. The assertion and topic sentence is the same thing. Assertion is the topic sentence. Is different than the thesis sentence. The topic sentence is the very first sentence of each body paragraph. And each topic sentence is going to focus on one and only one of the major points from the thesis statement. And the topic sentence's job is to connect all the information in that paragraph back to the thesis. The topic sentence controls the main focus of that body paragraph. And this is very important, and it will help you answer 12 through 16. The topic sentence does not contain textual evidence. When I say text evidence, I'm talking about quotes or facts from the story that we are pulling in. The evidence is saved for the rest of the body paragraph. The topic sentence, the first sentence in the body paragraph, does not have evidence. Okay, back to slide 10. So we need to read this sentence in black, this thesis statement, and then decide if 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 are good topic sentences that relate back to it. Before we do, A Wrinkle in Time is the next novel that you guys are reading. You will read that, I believe, in the second 9 weeks. I think I'm right. So, Meg is our protagonist. Madeleine L'Engle is the author of A Wrinkle in Time. So if you're wondering, what it's talking about, that's our main character and then who created it. Okay, your thesis statement. In the novel A Wrinkle in Time, Madeleine L'Engle uses Meg's conflicts to show that by embracing her weaknesses, Meg becomes stronger. We're going to talk about this again. Let's read it one more time. In the novel A Wrinkle in Time, Madeleine L'Engle uses Meg's conflicts to show that by embracing her weaknesses, Meg becomes stronger. So Meg, our protagonist, has all of these conflicts, all these problems. She doesn't have very many friends. She kind of feels like, the odd man out. She doesn't really fit in with people. And then throughout the book, her conflicts just continue to grow and grow and grow, especially with family stuff. And she's so focused on her problems and how different she is that it's hard to see her strengths. She has a hard time recognizing her powers. But finally throughout the story, she learns that when she embraces her weaknesses, she can become a stronger person. When she embraces her weaknesses and faces her conflicts, she grows as a person. Okay, so number 12, the first possible topic sentence. Though Meg struggles with being different from the other kids at school and often finds herself in trouble for questioning her teachers, she's able to use her intellect to help save her father. Is this an effective assertion or topic sentence? Why or why not? Remember, when you're ready to type in, double click. So we've got to decide, does this sentence relate to the thesis? Well, it talks right here about her struggles with being different, and that's a conflict that she has. It says that she often finds herself in trouble for questioning her teachers. That's another conflict she has. But she learns that because she's so smart, she can save her father. So despite her conflicts, despite her weaknesses, she becomes a stronger person. At first glance, that does seem like it's a good topic sentence. But do you notice how specific it is? It's bringing in evidence, talking about her father, how she uses her intellect, her intelligence to save him. This is a very specific piece of information. This is evidence from the text. And if we go back to slide 3, we're going to see that the topic sentence cannot have evidence. So, based off of that, you decide, yes or no, is this effective? And then tell me why or why not. Okay, number 13. One of the greatest conflicts that Meg faces is the internal struggle to find the way to save Charles Wallace. So one of her biggest problems, Charles Wallace is Meg's little brother. One of the greatest problems that Meg has is this struggle on the inside of how to save her brother. Is this an effective topic sentence? Does it relate to the story? I mean, if you're struggling on the inside with, how to do something, is that a conflict? Yes. Is this too specific? Is this an example of evidence? So you need to tell me, is it effective? Why or why not? 14. Meg said, I'm blind as a bat without them. I'm nearsighted like my father. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. A quote is definitely a piece of text evidence. Your topic sentence, that first sentence in your body paragraph, can never contain a quote. 15. Throughout the novel, Meg becomes a strong and independent person. I don't see any evidence there. Nothing. It doesn't tell me how she becomes a strong and independent person. It doesn't give me a quote. But does it relate to this thesis where it claims Meg becomes stronger? 16. Although Meg struggles with accepting Calvin's help, she grows emotional when she understands that she does not have to be alone in dealing with her problems. So again, this is very specific right here. It's talking about how she struggles with accepting help, but then she starts to understand she doesn't have to be alone when she has problems. It's part of her, your strength is knowing when to accept help. Now, what you need to decide, is it too specific? Does it sound like it has too much evidence to belong to a topic sentence?